From a curated list, circle the 7 values that truly drive your best decisions. Up to now we've gathered facts, income, assets, liabilities, a rough net worth. Those numbers are essential, but numbers don't make decisions, values do. Every money fight you've ever had, every uneasy purchase, every investment you avoided or rushed, sat on a value you hadn't named yet. When your values are unspoken, money becomes a monthly argument between moods. When your values are clear, money becomes a quiet assistant. This module is where we give your future a referee. Not a slogan, not a poster, 7 words that explain why you will say yes to some things and no to others for the next 5 years. I want you to treat values as operating rules for a life you actually live, not a brochure you wish you lived. In the book I call this the life first approach. Design money around the life you want to protect and grow. The 4 pillars, expenses, income, investment, protection, behave very differently once values sit at the center. Expenses move from guilt to alignment. Income shifts from more to meaningful. Investments stop being a buffet and start becoming a map to time-bound goals. Protection stops feeling like fear and starts feeling like love. Values pull the pillars into one architecture. You'll see a value slate in your workbook. Don't overthink the typography, listen for resonance in your chest. As I talk through the options, notice which words light you up and which ones simply sound admirable. Pick resonance over admiration. Admirable is what impresses a room. Resonance is what organizes your week. Family means you want your calendar and cash decisions to protect time and presence with your people. It often pulls spending toward shared experiences and pushes work choices toward sane hours. Health means you protect sleep, food, movement, and medical buffers. It legitimizes spending on prevention and removes guilt from insurance done right. Freedom means options, time flexibility, location flexibility, the ability to say no. It often pushes for emergency funds, low fixed costs, and clean, goal-matched investing. Security means safety nets and predictability. It values buffers, proper cover, and conservative assumptions so surprises don't sink the month. Growth means stretching, skills, income, roles. It legitimizes deliberate risks like a course, a lateral move, or a side venture that compounds your value. Simplicity means fewer moving parts. It favors fewer accounts, fewer funds, and rules you can follow on a tired Wednesday. Contribution means being useful beyond yourself. It tilts choices toward causes, mentorship, and work that leaves people better than you found them. Learning means you will keep upgrading your decision engine. It validates books, courses, and environments that sharpen your judgment. Integrity means your rupees match your word. You don't outsource your conscience to convenience. Excellence means you do fewer things, but do them properly. It resists half-baked investing and performative frugality. Autonomy means you prefer control over how you spend hours. It pushes income design and pushes back against emmers that trap you. Stability means calm, consistent rhythms. It likes steady cash flow, sensible buffers, and review rituals. Creativity means you want room to make and build. It legitimizes small bets on tools, time, and environments that unlock output. Community means you want to belong and contribute. It refocuses money on shared lives, not solitary trophies. Adventure means novelty and boldness. It budgets for trips, new experiences, and calculated career moves. Wealth means building assets that work while you rest. It anchors the discipline to funnel surplus into compounding. Legacy means you want your choices to outlast you. It pulls you toward protection, documentation, and teaching. Joy means you want lightness, not just correctness. It validates spending on small delights that keep the system livable. Faith, or spirituality, means aligning with a larger meaning. It reframes money as a servant, not a master. Generosity and restraint both get clearer. If a few of those felt similar, that's normal. Values overlap and sometimes they compete. Freedom and security, are you about MS? Growth and stability, are you about career moves? Simplicity and excellence, are you about how many funds you should hold? The goal today isn't to solve every tension, it's to choose the 7 words that most consistently lead you to decisions you're proud of. When values conflict later, we'll use your 5-year vision to break the tie. Here's how to choose without getting stuck. Think about the last 90 days. Where did your best hours and best rupees go? Which moments felt, "This is me," and which felt like a performance? When did you sleep well after spending, and when did you feel a small knot in your chest the next morning? What would your closest person say you fight for most often? Also look forward. What kind of person will you need to be to live your 5-year vision with less stress? Values aren't only a mirror, they're also a mold. Open your workbook to the values slate. You'll see 15 to 20 options laid out. Circle 7 that feel most important right now. Don't justify them to me, justify them to yourself. If 2 words feel like the same idea in your life, circle the one you'll actually remember in a tough week. If a word you love isn't printed, write it in. This is your system. Give yourself 2 quiet minutes and circle the 7. Pause me, then come back. Welcome back. Under the slate, you'll see a simple prompt. Why these 7? I want one short line or even a single word for each. If you circle family, you might write, anchors my calendar. If you circle freedom, maybe, options without panic. If you pick growth, maybe, I'm happier when I'm improving. Security might be, sleep at night. Simplicity might be, I follow through when it's simple. Wealth could be, assets greater than anxiety. Keep the line small and human. You are giving your future self a compass you can read in 10 seconds. A quick caution about aspirational values. It's easy to pick excellence because it sounds strong when what you need this season is simplicity. It's easy to pick adventure because reels are exciting when what you actually want is stability. There's nothing wrong with those words, they may be perfect for you later. But if you choose for Instagram, your money will obey Instagram. Choose for life. The fastest way to reduce friction is to stop lying to your calendar about who you are right now. Notice how these 7 start tugging on the 4 pillars. If freedom and security are in your 7, your expense plan will push for lower fixed costs and better buffers. If growth and learning are in, your 90-day plan on day 3 will fund a course and carve out hours for a side path. If family and health are in, late night, just 499 rupees, decisions will look different because they trade against sleep and presence. If simplicity makes the cut, your investments will consolidate and your review ritual will fit on one page. You don't need more discipline when values and pillars are aligned, you need fewer contradictions. If you're choosing this as a couple, here's how to avoid a values arm wrestle. Each of you should circle 7 privately. Then lay them side by side and look for a shared 3. Those 3 become home base for joint decisions. The remaining 4 on each list are personal filters, respect them when you talk about discretionary spends and career moves. Money fights melt when the argument shifts from, "You're wrong," to, "We're applying different values to the same rupee." Now write your 7 in the box at the bottom of the page in your own handwriting. There's a reason I keep asking you to write. Typing collects information. Writing sets intention. Next to that box, add one tiny sentence that begins with, "If money respected these values, it would look like," finish it in plain language. Maybe, fewer M's and more options, maybe, regular investing in guilt-free health spending, maybe, one clean portfolio and a real buffer. Keep it quick. You're not making promises, you are giving your brain a picture it can aim at without drama. If you're feeling a little lighter just seeing these words together, that's the point. Values reduce decision fatigue because they turn every rupee into a yes, no aligned with identity, not willpower. A value-aligned no is easier to keep than a rule you copied from the internet. A value-aligned yes is easier to enjoy without post-purchase shame. This is how the stress score drops before the net worth changes. Clarity is emotional oxygen. In the next module, we'll take these 7 and carve them down to your top 3, then translate each of those into a sentence that explains what it means in day-to-day life. Those 3 become the guardrails for your 30-day management plan and the lens for your 90-day expansion. For now, look at your 7 and read them out loud once. That's your compass. The pillars will follow the compass. And when the pillars follow the compass, 5-year life design stops sounding like a dream and starts behaving like a system.